shorts are on backwards. Yes, they are.
Be careful going out the door.
Get your Crocs on. Your shorts are on backwards. Get your Crocs on.
What are you laughing about? Is this the right way?
The pockets go in. Yeah, the tags on the back. There you go.
Where's the door?
Good.
Stop laying. What are you doing, son? Now watch the table. Watch the table.
Yeah, get this set up since he's taking my phone. Okay. Wait, hold on. I gotta log in. What are you doing?
What?
Bless you.
That's not what you're doing.
Here, wait a minute. What? All right, Orny.
Is there somewhere I can put this in, sir?
What's up, Gene? No, not really.
Do you want to send anything?
Yeah, I got it plugged in.
Where's the end of it? Where do you...
There's only one plug on it.
I can't find direction again.
What?
I don't know what to plug this in.
It's dying?
If you...
What? What's that?
He has my phone, remember? Here, here's the key for this.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Plug it into the wire. And then set this up on... Oh, it's gonna have to go on the table. Also, I found your charging cord.
That one.
That one.
Oh, the one to the...
Yes. Did you plug it in?
Not yet. Kind of like... You might have to go around to...
Oh, I can plug it in.
Yeah.
That's fine. As long as he doesn't trip over it. Huh? That's not garbage.
give it a little bit of time, let some people get in here, and then we'll start. What's up, John? It's dead.
Again, it'll be good.
He's taking him down there. Pokemon.
Yeah. It's barely.
Mm-hmm. Nice, Gene. Definitely a heavy insulator. I can't even remember where I found it, to be honest with you.
It's in the way. It's gonna get a thing.
Huh?
Oh, it's not.
I'd like to find a nice, what's up, Relic? I'd like to find a nice, Confederate threadless. That'd be nice. Nice rare one. I think I saw one not long ago. Somebody sold for like $22,000 or something like that. What's up, Jerry? We actually went out and tried that once, following the old telephone lines on the railroad tracks, and um, we found an old line in the wood from the poles was actually just still. I mean, the poles were just still chilling on the ground. They were rotted away to like pretty much nothing, but they were super old. The short, skinny. You could tell they were old lines. There were tracks that we were on don't even run anymore. They haven't for years and years. But it looked like somebody had beat us to it because we walked them for like, gosh, probably like 5 miles. And I think we found one insulator, and it wasn't even real old. We even dug around where the poles had fallen, and didn't really find much of anything. And the rail, I don't know, it had to have started sometime around the Civil War, and then they stopped using it in probably like the 1930s or 40s. Yeah. Well, I think there's a few different ones. I know the Confederate eggs are pretty daggone pricey, but I think there's other ones. And then, I mean, any threadless insulator from that era is gonna be ridiculous money. I find most of my insulators in privies. I do have that Mickey Mouse here somewhere. I don't even know where I put it. What box that with that whiskey bottle with the barrel on it? I'm gonna put that with my cannonballs in it. We brought it up here. What's up, Tony? Yeah, I don't know where I put that Mickey Mouse at, but I've noticed they've gotten in the past like a year. It seems like they've gotten more popular as well. I was watching an auction there the other day, and one almost exactly like mine brought like $70. I was like, oh. I think they booked for like 40, 50 bucks, something like that. But collecting glass is getting more popular, and the more popular it gets, the more people is going to be buying up all this stuff that's, getting harder to find, so you're not going to be able to find it like you used to. What? A half of a cobalt one for $3,000? That's crazy. Well, I had that, you guys saw that wheeling jar that I had with the hole in the bottom of it. I sold it. It went real quick. As soon as I posted that thing on the West Virginia page, it was gone. I had like, a dude messaged me like as soon as I posted it and wanted it. And then after I'd sold it to him, I had like 5 or 6 other people wanting it. I mean, sometimes when it's that rare, people will still pay crazy money. Well, nice. All right, we'll just give it a little bit more time. Try to get to like I don't know, 15 or more people in here at least, and then would run a lag check and start running stuff. Washer. We did do a little bit of digging. Me and Billy dug a privy here in town. And there wasn't anything incredible in it. I think you already saw the skull that came out of it, the skull sitting on the book, and then there was a blob out of, oh gosh, no, I can't remember. It was out of PA, but the blob ended up being rare, and other than that, we kept a few, run-of-the-mill bottles, but bunch of broken electric bitters in it. It went probably 1890s, I would say, and then on the bottom, there was some 20s teen stuff in a layer going down, and then on the bottom, the 90s layer was pretty much dipped. They dipped it pretty hard. Maybe 5 or 6 bottles whole out of that layer. What's up, Paul? But then, did I dig any other privies? I can't even remember. Yeah, me and Sean dug a lot. I knew the houses were tore down, but a trailer sat there when I was a kid, and it kind of deterred me from digging it. I had eventually looked on the Sanborn map, what's up, Mandy, and seen that there were 2 houses that sat on this lot. I knew the privies would be easy to find. However, that side of town is on a hill, and the pits are always wet. They always have water in them. So I don't know if it was that or what, but we pretty much dug everything in this town, but it kind of deterred me away from wanting to dig that lot for a long time, and then I kind of forgot about it. And me and Sean were going to a house that I'd already previously got permission for, and that pit was loaded with water, so we didn't dig it that day. And we were going back to that house, and I don't know what it was, but something clicked in my head and was like, oh, let's go over and just probe that lot. So we went over, probed that empty lot, found 2 pits. First pit, 1870s, super old, just a little tiny stone liner. It might have been 3 by 2, maybe 3 foot deep. Dipped hard. Tons of broken lamps and pottery in the bottom of it, but the only bottle in it was a broken knife edge coffin up high in the wall. That was it. On everything else was shattered. And then we moved over into the corner of the yard and dug another hole that was also dipped. And we didn't get a single bottle off that lot. The other house that was on the lot, they knocked the wall down over top the pits, where the pits are, and there was a stone wall there. They knocked it down over top of it. So we can't get to probing the ground back there to figure out where the pits are even at. So that'll be for another day. But then today I got out for maybe a couple hours and dug a dump that I haven't been to in a long time. And we pretty much dug it out. The flood opened up a new section of it. So we got back in there and I dug at least 50 broken hutches. at least 50. Not one hole. Every single one of them was broke. A lot of rare stuff. A lot of and broke. A lot of them broke to the point where you can't even make cups out of them. I mean, they broke them like midway up the bottle, like right through the embossing. Most of them. Why? I have no clue. But they definitely purposely broke them from all over the place. Chicago, Philly. A couple Philly hutches in there. There was Atlantic City hutches in there. A lot of West Virginia hutches. But, yeah, everything shattered, of course. But I am going to go back to that spot and try to get a whole one. Because, I mean, even I dig it for 2 hours and get one whole bottle, and it's something rare, then it's worth it. But, yeah, it was kind of crappy seeing all those ridiculous hutches come out broke. But alright, we're going to do a lag check. Alright. Send in your lag. Bless you.
I accidentally got that out.
Lang, Jerry, John. It's about 6-7 seconds right now. We do have. I'm just waiting for like winter to come, which isn't like me because I'm not the biggest fan of winter. I used to be, but anymore it just gets in the way. But one good thing about it is when it gets cold, weeds die, and you can get in places that you couldn't get in the summer. And we got a couple tips on a couple different dumps. One of them I'm pretty excited about. It's supposed to date back to the 1870s, and I really, really, really want to get in it. Check it out. Christine, he's doing great. He enjoyed his first week of school, and he's doing really good. Chirpy. He does always have ridiculous leg. I don't know how, because he's all the way in Michigan. But he does. Alright.
6 seconds. 7 seconds.
Alright, so before we get started, still got 3 waffles up. Let me see. What do they look like right now?
The first one still has a decent amount of spots. Still black glass ale.
Mm-hmm.
The decanter has a and then the Drake's.
So, $10 a spot on the decanter, $10 a spot on the Ponald ale, black glass ale, and you say there's only one. What?
The decanter, you have 15.
Yeah, but I'm gonna change it. So I'm gonna change. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change the decanter to $5 a spot, and what I'm gonna do is John's he's the only one that's got a spot on it right now, so I'm just gonna give him, how much was it? 15? 10?
It was 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna give him 2 more spots. Yeah. John, what 2 spots do you want on the decanter? I'm dropping it down to 5, and since you already got one. He said go ahead and pick for me.
Charts aren't working. We can do 10 and 18.
10 and 18. So
it is for
the 1700s decanter bottle is down to $5 a spot. $5 a spot. That's it. $5. A real nice panel on it. Crazy amount of base wear. John, there are 16 spots left. 16 spots left on the, we call it a brandy bottle. This brandy decanter. No damage at all on this thing, and it was Privy Doug. Privy Doug. John says 3 more.
for the decanter.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do number 2 and 12 and 16.
Christine wants 2.
Christine Campbell 6 and 14.
I don't know if she wanted you to pick them, but
Number 2.
you got 6 and 14.
I can
Christine.
scribble it out. If she has lucky numbers, I can scribble it out. It's fine.
So now we got 12 spots left on the decanter. Crazy old bottle. Crazy old bottle. 1700s brandy decanter. what was the other thing they drank back then? Sherry wine. Is that what it was? Sherry wine or something like that. There's a sherry wine bitters. Christine said that's fine.
Okay, so 16 and 14.
Nice dip mold. Poned. Brandy decanter.
What about the other two? See if anything.
Paul, I've always known these were early. I've owned a couple of them in the past. I've never dug one. I've never had one this small. They've always been a size bigger than this. I was never 100% sure what they dated. I just knew they were early. Being dip mold, you can see right here. That is how you tell that a bottle is dip mold. Like they dipped it, pretty much is what it looks like. So that pretty much dates it pre-1830s. I sent a picture of it to a couple people, and they confirmed, yeah, they 1760 to 1790 is when these bottles were made. 1760 to 1790. This came out of an 1840s privy. I mean, it could have been a little older. The pit didn't have much in it to really date it older than that. But other than this, the oldest thing that came out was 1840s. However, a family, this being a decanter, could have held on to this thing for, forever. Could have just been like a family. You know, they would have had like a fancy stopper in them. So I'm leaning more, I mean, you never know, but I'm leaning toward like late 1700s. But the town that it came out of didn't really have much there in the 1700s. It didn't really start booming until like the 1850s. There were some houses there in the 1840s, but not a ton. Oh yeah, that's why it's got heavy baseware. It's been around the block. But yeah, digging that out of a I tell you what though, whenever I seen it in the mud, because the hole was wet, it was nasty. When I seen it, the first thing I seen was the funnel. I saw the base of it and I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know what it was, because you know, when you're down in a hole like that and the bottle's muddy and you can't really see anyway, you see a funneled base looking like that, you don't know what it is. Couldn't tell if it was colored, anything, but whenever I seen it down there, I started freaking out a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be something crazy. But it could have been, it could have been a pick-in or something, some kind of crazy snuff, but no. Up your way, I do know that where you're at, some people that I know that privy dig up that way say that there is a lot of fill. Some yards can have 5 foot of fill in them, 6 foot of fill in them. If you don't have, you're working with a yard like that, you don't have a 9-foot probe, forget about it. Like, I know some of them row houses they're the worst for it. Tons of fill. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but yeah, I've heard of privy diggers digging through crap tons of fill just to get into the hole, and that can actually, the more fill, the more dangerous the hole, especially if they're deep. And Pennsylvania, PA, a lot of PA cities have some deep privies. having shallow pits here is like a double-edged sword. Yeah, you don't have to move a lot of dirt to get into the bottles, to get down to them. But the shallower the hole, the easier it was to clean out. So you get into a lot of pits around here that are just dipped to nothing. They might have left a couple pieces of pottery in them. But, you know, you get into certain towns that didn't clean them out as much, or they must not have been as harsh on the dipping laws, or clean, you know, and people just, or people had more money and they threw more in it, you know, stuff like that. Every now and then you get lucky. But, alright. The crappy thing about the towns where they're easy to find is somebody else has already found them. That's another thing. Like, it sucks that, you know, privy digging got big in like the 60s and 70s. People were out there pounding the ground, and I've heard stories that, you know, they dig pits full of hutches and, you know, and Philly common squat sodas and throw them all back in the hole, or break the tops off of them. Crazy. I've heard stories of guys digging 500-600 squat sodas out of a 50-foot privy, throwing half of them back in the hole because they didn't want them. Ah, jeez, crazy. But all right, let's get started. Alright, we're going to start off with, yeah, Philly is crazy. Just a nice, I'm not going to call it a large size, but bigger than usual, bigger than what I normally dig. Sometimes they say ounces on them, but this one does not. Nice little Spool Ink Cobalt. Oh yeah, I did get out to the dump with Billy for a little bit. I forgot about that. We weren't there for very long. Poked the layer in a spot that we've pretty much dug all over that dump, but a spot that we didn't really pay much attention to because it's not quite as deep. And got into a little layer. Didn't really, I think I went out of there with 2 or 3 bottles, but nice little Cobalt Spool Ink. We're going to start it out at $1. $1 start. Pause in at $1. I don't even have to put the clock away. Alright, starting the clock. Need $2 or more. This next video is going to be like a mix match of a bunch of different privies. What's up, Matt? The privy the scratch jug come out of, that was, well, there was other bottles in it, but the scratch jug was the only thing worth keeping. On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul $1. $1. Alright, here's this one actually came out of that privy. And I know this is crazy, but this is the smallest variation of the LM Green Proprietor I've ever dug. Usually the ones I dig are bigger than this, like a good bit bigger than this. It says LM Green Proprietor, Woodbury, New Jersey. It is blown in a mold, probably around, I don't know, this came out of that like 1890s-ish layer, turn of the century. Nice looking bottle. Nice and clean for coming out of the pit. LM Green Proprietor, Woodbury, New Jersey. We're gonna do a $2 start. $2 start on the LM Green. Just a small variation. Pause at 2, starting the clock, need 3 or more. Wind sounds wicked blowing up that hollow. On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul at 2. Paul at 2 on the LM Green. Alright. Alright. Here's one that actually did come out of the dump. This is one of the ones I kept, because I've never heard of it. Does have a little bit of rust. Nice little blown in mold. A little lip chip in the back. Little lip chip. So blown in mold. I don't know. Like, I'm guessing it's some kind of med. On the bottom it says A. Schilling and Company. 1 ounce. And then it's got a monogram on it. A. Schilling and Company. I've not dug this bottle, never seen it before, so I'm not 100% sure where it's from. I do not think it's local, but then again, you never know. Nice little tiny, just a little guy. Glows. A. Schilling. Little monogram. Maybe some kind of prescription bottle. I have no clue. We're gonna do a $2 start on the Schilling. Wild Bill's at 2. Starting the clock. Need 3 or more. A. Schilling. Nice little monogrammed med. Need 3 or more on the Schilling. This thing's cool. Oh, for the complexion. On lag, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Wild Bill at 2. Wild Bill at 2 on the little monogram med. Schilling. Kurt Schilling. Alright. Let's run a milk. Alright, here we have a cool little, it says 5 cents store bottle. And it's got 5 cents the whole way around the shoulder with some diamond pattern. And then usually these are just store bottles, but this has the brand of milk on it as well. It says Jack's Milk store bottle. That could have been the store, I have no clue. Has a 5 on the bottom. Jack's Milk store bottle, 5 cents. Pretty cool little milk. Probably dates 1940s. Just a little half pint. We're gonna do a $3 start. $3 start on the little 5 cent store bottle. Half pint milk. Pause at 3, starting the clock, need 4 or more. Most of these store bottles just say store bottle, and that is it. Not too many of them have the store name or the milk company name on them. They're just generics for the most part. But this one does. Jack's Milk. Candy's at 4, need 5. Gail's at 5, needs 6 on lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Paul getting in with the snipe at 6. Dang, that was right on the money, Paul. Shooter. Reach it. All right, this one came out of that privy. It's got some kind of I don't know what it is. It's like I could pick it off. I could sit here and pick it off with my fingernail. It's like tar. It's like pine tar on the front of it, and I guarantee if you put like fingernail polish remover on that stuff, it'd probably come right off. Other than that, very clean bottle for being dug. Really nice, pretty color. Almost yellow up here on the shoulders. You guys, I just literally sold gray hair dye a couple auctions ago. This is pretty much the same bottle. Pretty sure they're Mary T. Goldsman too. I can't remember, but they say gray hair dye on it. This says Mary T. Goldsman, St. Paul, Minnesota. Nice, super pretty bottle. Probably Illinois glass. They always made them nice yellow, amber. Made a lot of yellow amber glass. Most of their bottles were. But it is early machine made, probably around 1915. And we're going to do a $4 start. $4 start on the Mary T. Goldsman. This would have been like a gray hair dye, I'm pretty sure. Paul's in at 4, starting the clock, need 5 or more. Wild Bill's at 5, needs 6. Candy's at 6, needs 7. I remember we dug a dump years ago that had a bunch of those whisker dyes in them little amber whisker dye bottles. I remember the first one of them I ever dug. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. They are cool bottles. Whisker dye. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was wild. Oh, Candy, you were just out. That was Wild Bill at 7. Wild Bill at 7 on the Goldsman. Let's see here. What we got? Little Carters. Another one that came out of the privy. Another one. This is a crude Carters. It's got like a wave up in the shoulder up here, and another one here, all funky looking. You kind of got to see it in person to really tell how crude it is. But this is a Carter's 1897 patent. You can see, I don't know if you can tell how crude it is. Real wonky shoulder on it, but real good condition. Cork's still in it. I tried to get that daggone thing out, and it does not want to come out, so it's staying there. Nice old cork in there. Carter's 1897 with cork. I do $2 start. $2 start on the Carters. Pause at 2, starting the clock. Need 3. Come on.
Sorry, I'll sit back in the corner.
Okay. What's that, baby? Or a book?
Swallowing the water too loud, so I'm getting
I normally do that, Gene, but I was like last second on washing a couple bottles, so it was like copper shake and then dip them in a little bit of water and done.
so there.
Game's over.
That's what you get.
On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul at 2. Paul at 2 on the Carters. All right. Here we have a pair of bottles I have ran before. So, the dump that we're in, for some reason, the people loved these Dills, Medicine Company, whatever the heck was in these. They come in 3 different sizes. There's actually a size bigger than this one right here. And it's, I'd say, probably the hardest one to get. Prior to us digging the dump, I have a dude from Norristown that I used to sell to a good bit. And he had not seen these. The flask variation, I'm going to call it a dandy flask variation, of the Dill Medicine Company bottles. We did quite a few of them. I'm sure other people did quite a few of them as well. I don't know if you get these up there or not, Gene, but there's 2 different sizes. 2 different sizes of the Dill Medicine Company shoe fly style bottle. Don't know what was in these. Have no clue. Definitely not gonna be able to sit them up there. Do something like that. Both of them, no damage. Both of them blown in mold. Probably around 1905, 1910, and they still have whatever was in them dried up. It's in there dried up, a little bit of contents in them. That's gonna be extra. No, but still has contents in it. This one's still like goopy and sticky inside there. Didn't really try to get it out. I figured if somebody wants it, they can have the contents that's in it too. Dill Medicine Company out of Norristown, PA. No damage on either one of them. And these usually glow really nice. You do a $5 start. $5 start on the pair of Dills. Flask style meds. Paul's in at 5, starting the clock, needs 6 or more. Candy's at 6, needs 7. What's up, Laurel? Mm-hmm. She always does it.
It's juicy.
On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Candy at 10. Whoa, I just about ended the auction. Candy at 10. All right, here's one that I've never dug before. And it came out of that recent privy. It was in the like late teens layer. And it's really cool. It's almost shaped like a casket.
No, it does.
It's almost shaped like a casket. It says Der Willow. And it says for the complexion. So I'm guessing this would have been something like the Hagen's balm. Remember us digging that hole full of Hagen's balms? This probably would have been something similar to the Hagen's balm. Because the stuff that was inside it still had a little bit of contents in it, and it looked exactly like the stuff that was in the Hagen's balm bottles when I washed them out. So, probably very similar. Really neat looking bottle. Late teens, early 20s. Der Willow for the complexion. You do a $5 start. No, probably not. Was that a bid? Was that a bid, Bill? Yeah. Is that you in at 6, Bill? Or is that a late bid? Let me see. Let's see. No glow. No glow. Bill was in at 6. So that right there confirms probably very late teens, early 20s. It's got the Indiana glass diamond mark on it. Like I said, they're really cool little bottle. It reminds you of a poison bottle, the shape of it. On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Bill at 6. Wild Bill at 6. A cool bottle. All right. The good old Maltine Manufacturing Chemists, New York. Nice clean bottle. These normally do come out super clean. I don't know what. There's been a couple of them that's had like semi-contents in them, and I don't know if it had to do with whatever they were putting in it. Just, I don't know. Super clean whenever you dig them. Nice looking glass. This ain't gonna sit on there. It's a little too big. Maltine Manufacturing Company Chemists out of New York. Nice blown in mold 1890s bottle. We're gonna do a $4 start. $4 start on the Maltine Manufacturing Company. $4 start. Pause at 4, starting the clock, need 5 or more. Black guys. And 5 or more on the Maltine. Nice looking bottles. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul at 4. Paul at 4 on the Maltine. Every now and then we dig these little interesting shakers. I'm not 100% sure if that's a shaker or not, but it's a really neat one nonetheless. And usually when we dig them, they're damaged a lot of the time. Got fish eyes all over them and chips out of them and look like crap. This one has no damage. Has a ground lip. Nice ground lip, ground like a polished base, and this came out of an 1880s hole. Nice earlier piece. Nice early piece. 1880s. Cut glass. Let's see. It's like a flint. Glows like flint. It's like a real strange hue. Like lead glass. See how it glows? Got a real strange glow to it. So some of your earlier glass, it glows just like that decanter. Just like it. Nice earlier shaker. And it's tiny. I couldn't even imagine using that little tiny thing. I don't know. But we're going to do let's do a $3 start on it. A $3 start on the little shaker bottle. Candies at 3, starting the clock. Need 4 more. I mean, the hole it came out of could have went 70s, I guess. The old layer could have been dipped. It's hard to tell, but there was older stuff in that pit. But yeah, it definitely could be lead glass. It is kind of heavy and thick. Definitely a thick piece. It's got a lot of detail to it. A lot of little fine lines in it. On lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was candy at 3. Candy at 3. Alright, let's run another milk. This is a cool one too. This is a pictorial milk. And it is pretty neat. So here we have it's a Chevy Chase Dairy out of Washington, D.C. And on the other side it has a mother giving a bottle to a baby. See the mother feeding a baby. Pretty cool. And then it has some like really neat lettering. It says safe milk for babies. Safe milk for babies. Pretty cool bottle. Chevy Chase Dairy out of DC. Big W on the base. We're gonna do a $5 start. $5 start on the Chevy Chase Dairy with a woman feeding a baby. Paul's in at 5. Needs 6. Definitely a cool pictorial milk. Candy's at 6, needs 7. This thing probably dates 1930s, I would say. 30s, maybe 40s. But, the font is cool. Milk bottles, I don't know about in other locations, but milk bottles here are pretty popular, pretty sought after. I had we did a yard sale one year, and I had like, a bunch of run-of-the-mill common stuff out. What I have, like 20, 30 milk bottles. When we did that Route 36 yard sale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul at 8. Paul at 8 on the milk. But I had a bunch of common stuff out, local common stuff that I've got like hundreds of. And I didn't put a price. I didn't tell Kristen a price or put a price on them. I just left to go look at other yard sales. And whenever I got back, she's like, somebody came and bought your milks. I was like, what? I was like, what'd they pay for them? And I can't remember what it was, but it was way more than I would have wanted for them. And I was like, they paid that? So it's like...
I didn't know. I wasn't gonna like undersell. Because at that time we just got together and I was like, oh, these bottles are really important. These are really important.
All right, next. Here's a bottle I like to dig. We dig these here and there. It says Celebrated Cliquot Club, trademark registered, beverages made in America, and a little 4 down there.
You want to try that again? You want to try that again?
What do you want me to try?
Pronouncing that.
How do you pronounce it? Huh?
I don't know, but not Click Club.
Click what? Click what?
Probably croquet.
Croquet.
It's probably a croquet.
Yeah, that's what
club.
it is.
Quick Luck Club.
That's it. He did it. He did it. Blown in mold. The reason I like digging these is because every time you pull one out of the ground and see all that embossing, it's like, woo, something good, but it ends up being a Quick Luck Club, which they're not bad. They're not bad bottles to dig, but the blown in mold ones don't come out as often as the machine made ones. But yeah, it's in mint condition other than some staining. And it definitely glows. Yep, it's glow show.
Super rare because it's the first Quick Luck Club ever.
George Washington
Ever.
held this bottle.
The only Quick Luck Club.
But we're going to do a $4 start. $4 start on the Quick Luck Club.
I'm like reading that. I'm like, no, try again. That is not what that is.
It is, though.
Uh-uh.
Tell me what that is.
Croquet.
C-L-
It's probably croquet.
Croquet. There's no R in there.
There is.
No.
Blend get them with the C.
Clicquot.
Croquet.
Click what?
Okay.
Click.
There's no L.
Quat.
Where is that L coming from?
I'm not going to argue with you. There is an L right there. L.
That's an R.
Oh, get out of town. Candy's in at 4, starting the clock. Need 5 or more. I want you to look it up and have
I
Google pronounce it for you.
Well, guess what? Our son has my phone playing Pokemon, so I can't do anything.
Okay. Need 5 or more. Nice, tall, blown in mold beverage.
I can guarantee it. Okay.
On lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Candy at 4. Candy at 4. And Click Luck Club. Think what you want. That's what it is.
Well, Candy can decide what she wants it to be.
Okay, she
now
can
that
call it
has-
whatever she wants. All right, so here we have, gosh, I don't know what it is with these bottles, But a lot of the time, the RRR Radway, and I know these are popular. Every time I sold one of these in the auction, I brought one of these to auction and sold quick. Every one of them does. Here we have an RRR Radway and Company out of New York. This is an 1880s bottle, dug out of an 1870s, 1880s privy. It says Act of Congress. And then here it says, gosh, I know what these say. Something. Yeah,
You're doing really good today.
I'm doing great.
I
But
know.
nice 1880s RRR Radway out of New York. Like I said, it does have haze on it, but nice bottles. Everyone seems to enjoy the RRR Radways. We're going to do a $5 start on the RRR Radway. You've done it now.
I'm sorry.
Worse than the cat.
The boxes of
Candy's at 5, starting the clock. Worse than the daggone cat.
Where was it at?
Move the stool up a little bit. No, you're good. Just leave it there.
Well, I messed up your lights.
They're doing great.
What do you have the boxes out? It was balls back there. Okay. Let's start doing that, so.
Ruined it. Can you give me a coffee? Coffee.
I guess so.
I'm sure you.
Dump that in the sink. Are you left?
Yeah, it's cold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Candy at 5 on the Radway. Candy at 5 on the Radway. All right. So, I know some people wanted to know if I was selling the skull in a book. There he is. I'm going to sell the skull in a book. I'm going to do it. After a little further research, Badger, or David Kearns, actually dug one of these out of his dump, therefore verifying that the one little post that I did find about him on the internet was false, or they reproduced them at one time, which is very possible as well. So this came out of a turn of the century layer in a privy, and has some kind of, I have no clue, like a upside down cross drawn on his head by somebody years and years ago. It looks like it was done with pencil, and it's still there. But some strange drawing on his head. But yeah, a skull sitting on a book. Definitely some freaky stuff going on there. You can't figure it out? Hold on. Really, really cool, super cool ceramic piece. Probably one of the coolest ceramic pieces I've ever dug. And then we have, what's her name again? We got Denise. Dug Denise. Just beautiful. And we're gonna do them together. We're gonna do the skull on a book and do Niece together. I don't know if she has any markings on it or not. I can't remember. I think there is something on there. Yeah, there is. There's writing on the back of her neck, but I can't see it. It says something. Some numbers and letters. I don't know. But we're gonna do the doll head and the skull on a book together. And yeah, Beauty and the Beast. We're gonna do a $25 start on this. $25 start on the skull. I know some people, I had a few different people, one of them being Old Throw, saying that Shakespeare, something about Shakespeare, something, what there was a skull on a book. What was it, Hamlet? Arnie's at 25, starting the clock. So it could be, I mean, I don't know the exact story on this piece. I do know that it's old, but other than it being old, I have no clue. Dang, that light is like killing us here. Right? There, buck teeth. She got some. Like the water boy. Oh yeah, Arnie. I forgot all about that. That's crazy. That came from the Haunted Dump. That video got, I did a reel on that and it got 4 million views on lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Candy. And with the snipe at 37. Candy at 37. Arnie, you were just out on the 40. Oh man, Candy came out of nowhere. I guess Christine's not in here right now. She'd have been on there too. That's crazy though on that Haunted Dump video. 4 million views that got up to. 4 million. It went viral. 37. 5, both Candy. Thanks, babe. That's great coffee you made.
Hold on. Who got the last one? Candy got this one.
For 5. Oh yeah, there's all kinds of creepy stuff going on in them dumps. No, that was weird though on that Haunted Dump. That weird voice, that was strange. Well, luckily, so the dump that most of the ceramics I find come out of, at the bottom of the dump, it's all burn. And I mean, it's 10, 15 feet of burn. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of bottles in it. But the bottles that are in that burn are melted. They're not worth keeping. I did end up getting a rare milk out of that layer. Melted up. Barely could stand up straight. It was melted so bad. I ended up selling that milk for like, I can't remember what I got for it. I think I still sold that milk for $100. Melted.
You sold this.
Yeah. I told you I was. It's evil. Got some witchcraft on his head. You know?
Charles Manson.
Yeah.
His name's Charles, so this is Denise.
Denise and
This is
Charles. Alright, so here's one. We dug 2 or 3 of these out of a privy here locally. I'm pretty sure that's where this came from. And we never could figure out where they're from. And it says Pierre. And years ago, I found a census, actually a couple. Here comes poop stain. Be careful.
We just sold Denise. We're getting rid of Denise.
Why?
So anyways,
She has to find a new home.
you're not gonna be able to come this way, bud.
Yeah,
You have to
I'm
go
on the
around and
couch. I'm on
watch.
the couch,
Oh,
right?
yeah. But
Yeah, okay.
we couldn't figure out where these were from. A few of them came out of the same privy. Christine, you missed out on the ceramics. I ran them, but I wasn't sure if you were here or not. Pierre. Like I said, we couldn't figure out where they're from. Can't find anything else about it. Researched it, and it's a druggist bottle with someone's name on it. It's just really hard to pinpoint where it's from. Could be local, but I did the census searches and can't find the name on any of them, dating all the way back to 1880s. In this bottle, probably 1890s. So go ahead and run it. Very nice looking druggist bottle, in really, really good condition. $1890s Pierre druggist bottle. Have no clue where it's from. But there must not be very many of them out there.
Daddy,
What, bud? Yeah, that's
can we,
I'm
we
gonna
sew it?
tumble it, bud.
Can
Get
we
it.
sew it?
I'm gonna tumble it
Why?
because it needs tumbled. It's dirty. We're gonna do a $5 start on the Pierre. $5 start. This thing could be an incredibly rare drugstore bottle. Just don't know. $5 start. He just brought me this in from, had it in my car, dug it there the other day. It's one of those Eclipse shoe dressing bottles in green. But you can see that it is dirty, it needs tumbled. Yep. $5 start on the Pierre 1890s
I caught it. Look
drugstore bottle.
here.
A what? A Lucaria? Turn that down, buddy.
Where was that? Where was that?
Nobody on the Pierre? Alright, next. Here's another one that came out of that privy.
This is
Red
where was that?
Cloud Liver Beans. Just a wee little small bottle. Just a wee small tiny thing.
I got the caption.
Red Cloud Liver Beans. This thing is blown in a
That
mold.
was super tricky.
Probably dates around turn of the century. It has a couple somewhere. A couple little tiny like
Guess
lip
what?
flakes. But other than that,
When I got in got
Nice looking
got
bottle.
That old bottle.
Red Cloud Liver Beans. Nice little tiny sample.
Kidnapped me.
I had a wee
Look, I
little
got in the car.
wee
got
little
it.
pills in it at one time. I have never dug one like this. I looked it up, and the only thing I could find was a town out west called Red Cloud, Nebraska. Yeah, Red Cloud, Nebraska. Get out of there. Get. And other than that, I have no clue. So, probably a pretty hard to find little bottle. We're gonna do a $10 start on the liver beans bottle. Probably a harder one to find. I can't even stand it up. Wild Bill's at 10, starting the clock. try to get that thing to stand up on there. It's a little wonky. The bottom of it's just a tad wonky. No, I ain't gonna do that. I'm scared it's gonna break. What am I gonna do with it? Yeah, we'll try that. Red Cloud liver beans. Candy's at 12, need 13. Cool little bottle. That blob that came out of that hole was from Scranton. That's where it was from. And it was a rare one. I think Billy still has it, if anybody's interested in Scranton stuff. That cat on that porch. Daggone groundhog on the porch. Wild Bill's at 13, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Candy at 20. And then it falls. No damage. It's all good. Candy at 20. Candy at 20 on the liver beans. You guys just saved the groundhog's life. He's been eating my vegetables, and I ain't too happy with him. I don't have any live traps, but I have something else. It ain't very humane, but he ate our squash, our cucumbers, tomatoes. He don't eat the tomatoes, he just eats the daggone plant. Alright. I've put this one up before in the past. The daggone groundhog just came right up the window.
Yeah, I know, it has been. It's getting a little too cold.
I've put this one up before. Nobody bid on it. This is a pretty rare bottle. No, Christine's is out. She's Christine, your lag's like huge again. Try to back out and go into live feed again.
Candy.
Yeah. But this bottle, this is not a bromo seltzer. This is the Bromo Drug Company out of Baltimore, Maryland. It says USA on the bottom. It is a knockoff of the Bromo seltzer. And there's not too many of these floating around. They're pretty daggone rare. How's that happening?
That's the cat.
Oh my gosh.
It's not me
Between the
this
two
time.
of you, is that telling you now? The Bromo Drug Company, Baltimore, Maryland. Blown in mold. Like I said, rare bottle. Christine, you must not be on live chat. She probably can't hear me at all right now. She's like way behind or something. But these bottles right here sell for $60, $70. I'm gonna start this out at $20. I'm gonna start it at $20. Wild Bill, I'll put the mini jug up. I will. We'll do it. We'll put the mini jug up. $20 start on the rare, the Bromo Drug Company out of Baltimore, Maryland. This is not a Bromo seltzer. That's a whale one.
He's building a house out of Legos
Mhm.
for his little tiny pet spider. That he's gonna make there.
Nobody on the Bromo Drug Company. Let's see. All right, here's an early one. Here we have a nice 1870s Allen's Lung Balm. It says J.N. Harrison Company, Cincinnati. Allen's Lung Balm. This is an 1870s bottle. Is an applied lip. Nice applied lip. Has somewhere, you can barely feel it, one little tiny flake right there out of the lip. Just a tiny little thing to where you can barely even see it. Allen's Lung Balm out of Cincy. Nice 1870s bottle. Nice early one.
What's the difference between a bomb and a Boston?
Nothing really. We're gonna do a $12 start. $12 start on the Allens. Nice 1870s med. Super clean too. Candy's at 12, starting the clock. Need 13 or more. 1870s Allen's Lung Balm out of Cincy. What's up, Spud? What are you building? Lighting shelves. On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Spud at 13. Spud at 13.
We're gonna have to take over the notebook here.
Oh. Let's do a GBS. Do a, gosh, I hate saying this. The
Gottlieb.
nope, it's a G.
Gottlieb.
Yep, the Gottlieb Balmerschmidt Strauss Brewing Company out of Baltimore. They were GBS. Really cool embossing on this. Looks like some goosebump lettering. Dun, 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 dun. Pre-Prohibition beer. Dates probably around 1915, I would say. GBS out of Baltimore. I'm gonna do a $3 start. $3 start on the GBS. Pause at 3, starting the clock, need 4 or more. Damn, going. I don't have any of that. Don't have any of that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I played football my life. I was good at football. And I have no desire to watch NFL football. No desire to watch professional football at all. Ever since Tom Brady retired, I haven't really. I mean, I watch Baltimore a little bit. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Spud at 4. I watch Baltimore, and I watch Washington. Washington's my family's team, and ever since Brady retired, I just kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I jumped on the Baltimore bandwagon because, I didn't really like a team for years. I just like to watch Brady. So many people hate him, and let's face it, he was an amazing quarterback. Regardless if deflate gate, whatever. It wouldn't have mattered if let the other team use a Nerf ball. Patriots still would have crushed them in that game. It wouldn't have mattered. But they wanted Brady out of the NFL so bad, and once he retired, I was just meh. But they let legal betting go on, and you can legally bet on sports now, and football and baseball and whatever, what have you. And it ruined the game. It ruined the game. Yeah, people were gonna bet on stuff regardless, but full legal betting. Now it's decided by it's decided by I don't even know who runs all that crap anymore, to be honest with you. It's decided by the casinos. Whoever runs the betting, I mean, that's who decides who's going to win a football game. There's just been so many things I've seen to where it just screams, that's rigged. Like, that ain't right. That shouldn't be going on. They've made it to where you can't hit the quarterback. There's so many rules. I don't know why you'd even want to play. Decided in Vegas. And a lot of people will say, well, how hard it would be to rig a game. No, it really wouldn't be that hard at all. Honestly, you'd only have to pay off one person to rig an entire game, especially with football. I'll give you $5 million to drop that pass. You know what I mean? It ain't that hard. And I really another thing that I disliked was how they started bringing in this I know a lot of people think it's great, but this whole Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift crap, that don't belong in football. Football is a gladiator sport. Football was a gladiator sport when I played it. we were headhunters, and that's what we were taught to do. And now it's just, I don't know. I just feel like everything's for show, and I really don't like it. It puts a bad taste in my mouth, and ever since all that crap started, and the betting and all that junk, I just don't watch it anymore. I think it's like WWE. Hold on a second. I'm just getting everything together, writing stuff down. Yeah, they paid for that. They that's a whole, you do this and this is what you're gonna do and this is how many kids you're gonna have and you're gonna like it or else. One of them type deals. What was that? 3? 4? Yeah. Can't remember what that daggone thing was. All right, let's continue. But no, I just don't buy it anymore. From somebody that played football my entire life, I don't buy it. Next, here we have a Moreland out of Cincinnati. Moreland out of Cincinnati, big monster blob. This is, well, it's not a monster. It's probably like a, might have the contents on it. Nope, it don't have the contents on it. But it's like a, I don't know, 24 ounce blob top. Moreland out of Cincy. Dug a couple of these out of a pit there a couple years ago. Moreland out of Cincinnati. Nice looking amber blob. We're gonna do an $8 start. $8 start on the Moreland blob, probably 1890s. Out of Cincy. Nice amber blob. $8 start on Moreland 20, probably 24 ounce blob beer out of Cincy. Nice clean bottle. Nobody on the Moreland. We're gonna pull it. And tell you what, we're gonna put up the scratch jug We're gonna put it up. This is a Hirsch Brothers and Company pure cider vinegar, guaranteed. Pittsburgh, PA, and Louisville, Kentucky. Handle is intact. This thing is pretty crude too. It's got a big dip in the base. Really cool looking mini jug. This is the harder one to find out of the Pittsburgh and Louisville variations, the scratch. The other one's actually stenciled. The scratch is hard to find. We're gonna do a $100 start. $100 start on the scratch jug. $100 start. I can tell you that it's probably worth twice that. $100 start. Oh yeah, it's a real good price. I can guarantee you guys soon as I post this up on a Facebook page or something, it'll sell. Guaranteed. Gone. So this will probably be your only chance at getting this scratch jug for that cheap. Just trying to bring something nice to the auction for a good price. Sherry's at 100. Starting the clock. Bless you. Once we get to 100, we're going to do increments of 5. 105 or more. 105 or more on the jug. This is definitely a great one to get, Sherry. I hope you do get it. You collect Pittsburgh stuff. But definitely a good one to get. A scratch, like I said, is out of this variation of the Pittsburgh and Louisville out of the Hirsch, it's the hardest one to get. And there's a couple different variations of the scratch, but, you know, they're way harder to get. Can't block out that daggone lighting in the back so you can see a scratch. On lag, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Sherry at 100 on the scratch. Nice. Nice, Sherry. That's an awesome piece. Look at her. She's up there like, look at me. Oh yeah, I'm over here, look at me. Alright. I put this one up a while back, and I couldn't believe that nobody showed any interest in it. But we're going to do it again. We're going to put it back up, and I don't know, maybe somebody will want it. Here we have a Nuffer Brothers Dairy, Norwalk, California. California milk. And I can guarantee it's not common. It is a little earlier, probably dates around 1915. Well, we're going to find out. No, maybe it don't. The battery's dying in my light. I don't think it glows, though. I don't think it does. But it's definitely an earlier looking milk. But, probably, we're going to say 1920s. It does have a lip chip. It don't glow. That's crazy. It does have a lip chip, but being from California, that thing is clean across the country. I don't even know how it made it all the way over here, but Nuffer Brothers Dairy out of Norwalk, California. We're at a $5 start on a milk that's probably hard to find. I mean, you don't see too many California milks, at least not over here. Paul's at 5, starting the clock. Needs 6 or more. That's one thing that watching Bottle Ned dig over there in Cali, you don't see him pull too many of. Even when they get in like a newer dump, you don't see too many milk bottles. I don't know why that is, but yeah, that's one thing that I've noticed watching his videos. I don't see him dig many of. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, he digs some old stuff a lot of the time, older than, like way older than milk bottle age, but on lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's Paul at 5. Paul at 5. All right, we're gonna put this up the other day. This is a SB Win & Son. SB Win & Son. It says registered out of Salem, Mass. Witch trials. The witch bottle. Salem, Massachusetts. SB Win & Son. And this bottle is scarce. I found out that this is a scarce bottle. It is an earlier one, applied lip. You can see the drip there. It does have damage to the lip. Does have lip damage, but there aren't a ton of these floating around. It's pretty hard to find bottle. SB Win & Son out of Salem, Mass. Has a bubble that looks like a star in the neck. That's pretty cool. But nice Massachusetts hutch, and you don't see too many hutches from up north like that. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. This would be an 1880s hutch. We're going to do a $15 start. $15 start. No, you probably ain't going to find one of these on eBay. Maybe one day. I don't know. I guess if you looked for long enough, you might run into one, but it's a good bottle. $15 start. SB Win & Son. Salem, Mass. Nice 1880s hutch. Candy's at 15. Need 16 or more. I've noticed that looking at the phone for a while gives me a headache.
Yeah.
I start to get like a migraine. Need 16 or more on the scarce Salem, Mass hutch. They made hutches in, the hutch patent was patented in 1879, Paul. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Wild Bill at 16. Wild Bill at 16. Yep, the Hutch stopper was patented in 1879. And hutches started to become popular in the 1880s. Super popular into the 1890s. I can't get rid of that. Alright, here's another tough one. Here we have a Lewis. Is it Stank?
Stanky.
That's what I thought it was. Stanky. Lewis Stanky out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And you already know about them Western hutches. You already know about them Western hutches. Most of them are tough. It's got some kind of melted wax down in the top of it. There's the corks in it. There's a cork in it, which obviously didn't go in it because it's a hutch, but they melted wax around the cork, tried to get the cork to stay in there. I have no clue why they did that, but no damage. Super nice hutch. And this is a rare one. Lewis Stanky out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. And you're going to do a $40 start on it. $40 start. Really good bottle. That candy may be what they did. Never really thought about that till you just said something. They probably did put a candle in it. 40. Sheboygan. Sheboygan. $40 start. That was a good one. Nobody on the Lewis.
Nobody on the Stanky.
Too stanky. Alright. Here we go. Here we have a super crazy clean Lashes Bitters Company. It says New York, Chicago, and San Francisco. Super clean. Probably from the 20s. But daggone, that thing's crystal clear. Very clean bottle. We're gonna do a $5 start. $5 start on the Lashes Bitters. New York, Chicago, and San Fran. Super clean. Candy's at 5, starting the clock, needs 6. Needs 6 or more. What time is it? What time it is? 8. Spud's at 6. Candy's at 7. Need 8. Oh, I got a bad hit. How do I get a bad hit? I'm not that old. Spud's at 8. Need 9. I'm going on 34. That's young. I could still play in the NFL at that age. On lag. Three, 2, 1, 0. That was Candy at 9. Candy at 9 on the lashes. Oh, where are we at here? Oh, did you hear it?
Did you hear that hit?
Told you. That hit didn't sound good. All right, we're going to put the old bar back up. The other day, whenever Gene was running his bingo, I tried running auction, but daggone, Gene, your bingo is popular, bud. I'm going to have to try it out once. But here we have a nice blown and mold bar back. This thing says, I can't tell if it's a G or a C. It's a C.
We did this before, didn't we?
Yeah, Casagalo. Casagalo. It says Casagalo, but
Maybe
definitely, what is that, French?
No, so I got thinking because, it's like Pico de Gallo. It's spelled the same as Pico de Gallo.
Yeah.
So it might be Casagallo. It's either Spanish or Italian. I think it's Italian.
It's gotta be Italian, it ain't Spanish. But, nice monogram. Definitely a, in my opinion, American-made bottle. Has a butterfly on the back. You see the butterfly. Would have been a label. Shaped like a butterfly. Really cool bottle. Probably dates around 1900. Probably right around turn of the century.
Yeah, because we had a discussion of Art Deco versus Art Nouveau.
Could be a bat.
I think it's Art.
Yeah, I think it's a butterfly.
Because art. So if it's turn of the century, it's Art Deco.
But we're gonna do a $12 start on it. $12 start on the Casagalo blown and mold barback. Really cool bottle. And it's embossed and has a monogram on it. Super wild looking for being as old as it is. $12 start. I just noticed that the diamonds are small at the bottom. And they get big in the middle, and then get small again at the top. That's pretty cool.
So that's why.
All right, Spud's in at 12, need 13.
That's why I think you said turn of the century. It's definitely Art Deco, just because Art Deco loved that pattern and they loved butterflies in that era for some
It
reason.
is 30 years older than Art Deco.
Art Deco was turn of the century.
No, it wasn't.
And then Art Nouveau was right before the
I
Depression.
know Art Deco and bottles in turn of the century.
Okay.
That's your, what is that? Your gilded age.
Gilded
Gilded.
That was Art.
It's turn of the century. 1890s, turn of the century.
Which is
Gilded.
Art Deco.
Gilded.
And then Art Nouveau was more the 1910 into 1930, and then that's when the Depression hit. Because everybody wanted whimsical and fancy and gold everything.
Yeah, 1930s.
Filigree. But then the Depression hit, and they couldn't have that anymore.
On lag. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gale out of nowhere. Daggone. Gail jumped in out of nowhere with 17.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
See what John said? See?
But then when was Art Nouveau?
Art
Because there's two
Nouveau.
separate ones, which means Art New, which is the new wave of Art Deco. So when was that?
I don't know. 1950s.
Well,
I
okay.
don't know. I don't know that. I just know how to date bottles. That's all.
Well, I want to date all kinds of trinkets and everything. I want to know when it was for literally everything.
Okay, here we go. Here's a nice, what about a 24 ouncer. Nice. Parkersburg Brewing Company with the monogram. This is blown in mold. Probably dates around 1905, 1910. And it is in fabulous condition. 1880s to 1910. So that's what.
I just had it mixed up.
You had them mixed up.
Okay.
I'm getting a hand cramp.
Oh.
Parkersburg Brewing Company. Nice looking bottle. Super clean. Super clean. Nice. West Virginia stuff, you guys already know. People love West Virginia stuff. West Virginia stuff flies off the shelf. I still haven't figured it out. But like, you know, I'll dig a daggone West Virginia Deco dump over some turn of the century dumps that are in Maryland. I'm not even gonna lie. Some of them Deco bottles from them little West Virginia towns go for hundreds of dollars. It's wild. But nice Parkersburg Brewing Company. The 24 ounce is a little harder to find, obviously, and has the monogram on it. A little different from the regular, like, 12 ounce beer. We're gonna do a $10 start on this one. $10 start on the Parkersburg Brewing Company out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. Nice 24 ounce. Paul's at 10, starting the clock. Need 11 or more.
What is that?
10. No, oh, no. Wait a minute. Yeah. I'll just do 30. One more. Yes, nice. Maybe so.
If you have those, you can go to 30. So I'm not trying to get this stuff ready for school.
That's the thing. You know, I gotta get up early. On lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was Paul at 10. Paul at 10 on the Parkersburg Brewing. Alright, so I gotta get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, guys. So I'm gonna run one more thing and we're gonna call it a night. I didn't realize what time it was. But yeah, I'm gonna run one more thing. Here I have, the lighting's gonna keep you guys from seeing it, but here I have a really neat butter crock. It would have had a lid on it, and the lid usually said butter.
It has a pretty gradient. It's a gradient white and blue cornflower bread.
I cannot remember the company that made these, but they made a lot of different potteries. A lot of the time it did say butter on the side of them. Gosh, what is the company that makes these called?
You told me not to.
I can't remember what it is. But Unfortunately, I don't have the lid with it. I wish that backlighting would stop so you could see the color of it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna figure something out.
So, hot. Ouch.
Let me see the book.
I'm just sticking the bottom.
Oh, that does help a lot. All right, so there you go. It's got what is that? Black Eyed Susans? I don't know.
No, it's just daisies. It's like gradient. It's like a cornflower blue and white.
But yeah, it's like a
Daisies.
cornflower blue, white, and these we dig them out of turn of the century dumps broken. They're always broken. You don't hardly ever dig a whole one. But really cool little like butter crock. I don't think there's any damage on it at all. A little glaze pop right there, but other than that, yeah, just little glaze. Maybe no, I think it's good. But nice little crock. Like I said, normally had a lid and would have had a bail on it too at one time. But pretty cool. We're gonna do a $12 start. $12 start on the, can't remember the pottery company. Somebody might even said it while I was messing around. I don't even know it. $12 start on the flower crock. And these do date around 1905, 1910. $12 start. Nice little flower crock. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is white. I think. I know. Oh, I can't remember his name now. Guy that dug with us up in New York actually dug a piece like this with a swastika on it. Pretty sure that was what was on it, a swastika. And it was ridiculous. It was super cool.
Waffle weave design. Nelson McCoy stone.
Nelson McCoy Pottery Company.
Same thing. Okay.
Nobody on the Nelson McCoy. Daggone it. It's hard to see that day on the inside. I'm try to. It's got like the crackle there.
Little specks.
Yeah, who knows what that is. It's got like the crackle glazing to it, just like a crock would. Looks just like a crock on the inside. Candy's at 12. Starting the clock. It's a nice little piece. They're like I said, they're old. Need 13 or more. What did you say it was again? Nelson
McCoy.
Nelson McCoy Pottery. Butter crock.
This one's actually, from what I'm seeing, unique because all the other ones that are like the same pattern and color don't have the holes on the side, which had like the,
handle.
yeah, a lot of them don't have that.
What's up, JJ? Oh, and remember, guys, we do have the waffles. And like I said, I lowered the price on the 1700s decanter. On lag. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That was, what's that? Candy at 12.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they definitely. I'll guarantee you they. It says 1910 to 1990. I'll guarantee you they reproduced these things. You can see. There you go. There you can see the bottom. There you can tell she's the old one. There's dirt on it. Dirt on that thing.
Yeah, newer ones wouldn't have that crackling to it on the bottom.
No, it's old. Nice, probably the old 1910 original. So, waffles. We have the Nectar Collector. No, the 1700s brandy bottle. We took it down to $5 a spot. $5 a spot on that thing. You can't beat that. This bottle was blown between somewhere around 1760 to 1790s. Give you a little look at it. Nice dip mold, funneled, a lot of base wear. Beautiful looking bottle, no damage at all. Spots that are open are 1, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, and 20. Three, 9, and 11 for T Lang. Paul said pick a spot for him. 3, 9, and 11 for Lang.
Do 13 for Paul.
13 for Paul.
Lucky number 13.
Unlucky number 13. Might be lucky. You never know. Paul got 13.
I'll pick 13 just because, you know.
Gail wants 8 and 17.
And then for D spot, we could do number one. We still have one open. Number 1.
Yeah, one is still open.
Number 7. And number 15.
Yeah, probably brandy. Probably brandy. So we got what open?
5, 19, and 20.
3 spots left. 5, 19, and 20.
Let's get them out of here so I don't have to keep track of 3 waffles.
5, 19, and 20 left. We do have other waffles. But
So I'm gonna scoop up these spots so I don't have to keep track of them.
that is true, Paul. That is true. There's only 3 spots left on the decanter. $5 a spot. That is it. $5 a spot on the old Ponnold 1700s decanter. Then we also have the Drakes. They're nice. Drakes Plantation Bitters in an orange amber. No damage. This thing is minty mint. says St. Drake's 1860 Plantation Bitters. 2 dots on the base. Spots left on the decanter are
5, 19, and 20.
5, 19, and 20. $10 a spot on the bitters, and they $10 a spot on the Drakes. And then we have the probably 1830s dip mold, could be 1820s. Super early black glass ale. It is ponnelled. Since the light's so bright, don't want to let you see it. But there you can see the ponnell. Nice, super early ponnelled black glass ale. And it's only $10 a spot as well. Only $10 a spot on the black glass ale. Gene, I think you do. So, $10 a spot. $10 a spot. $5 a spot. Candy wants 5.
For the decanter.
Yep. Lang wants 19 on the decanter.
Okay. So 1 spot left.
We got 1 spot left. What is it, number 20? 1 spot left on the decanter, number 20. Spud wants the last one. We need the spinner. We have to go. Oh, you got it. All right, here we go. We're gonna do it right here, right now, for the decanter. For the decanter, here we go. Drum roll.
It's set up over if you want to put it in the camera.
Here we go. $19. Who's 19?
Tracy.
Tracy Langley. Tracy Langley on the decanter. Nice, Tracy. Number 19 gets it. Nice dip mold 1700s decanter. Outstanding. Privy Doug. Do I have that video up? I don't even know if I got the video up of me digging that. Guys, do I have that video up? I can't even remember. I think I do. I think I do have that video up. Yeah, I do. So Tracy, you even get to watch me dig it. You get to see it come out of the ground. So that's awesome. But there we go. 1700s decanter. Tracy Langley. Congratulations. All right, guys. That, like I said, you got your other 2. 10 on this one. 10 on the black glass ale. Beautiful bottles. That's gonna be all. I appreciate everybody coming out. I tell you what, on waffles, if you guys ever decide that you want a spot on a waffle, as long as it's paid for immediately, you guys can reserve spots outside the auction. And then come that weekend when I get on the auction, if you reserve the spot, you know, it doesn't really matter. But like I said, if you decide you just want a spot on anything, you just can like message me, tell me, hey, I'd like a spot on that bottle. Just let me know, you know what I mean? But that's going to be it for tonight. I appreciate everybody coming out, and I should have a video up this week. It's going to be a mix between 3 different yards, privies, and should be a good video. But that's going to be it. Peace out, everyone.